The funnel is the least important thing, and people always optimize with.
Most business owners are caught in a trap, working 7 days a week and tying their self-worth to next month's revenue. I sat down with Soowei because he built a $400,000 a month engine by doing the exact opposite.
The reason why fulfillment is so good at scale is because of the positioning and the authority we have in the front end. We're the prize.
Appreciate you doing this.
Of course, bro. Of course.
So I'm here for those of you that don't know. I met this guy once. And at an event. He was even doing exams or something.
Yeah.
So even there for the whole event.
Yeah.
And when I left, every day after that, I saw him grow bigger and bigger and bigger. I was like, man, he's doing something good. I'm gonna ask him a couple of quick questions here. I appreciate you once again for answering them. We're willing to answer them. My first question is, you work with a lot of coaches, a lot of AEs. What is the #1 mistake you see people make?
I think it's accumulation of mistakes. I think they just think that, doing, it's first of all, it's the entire approach on scaling. They think that if they do more, they'll scale. And to an extent, it is true, but it's like, if you do the things, if you just double your input, how can you sustain that input? And so a lot of the times it's just actually taking a step back. And instead of working and hustling every single day, it's taking a step back and looking at your day-to-day, and are you actually doing the things that are moving the needle forward? So, the question I asked, I asked the room, who here takes a Sunday off?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody, everybody works on a Sunday, and I'm like, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like every single one of you is stuck at where you want to be because you don't have a day where you zoom out from your day to day and actually look at what you work on the business, because we're so consumed with doing. We've been sold this whole idea of hustle culture and grinding and doing more and volume. And that's right. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it's volume of the wrong thing, that's why you're stuck. And so I think the biggest mistake is the ability to actually just take yourself out of a day-to-day and look at it from a macro level and understand, like, hey, am I even working on the right things? That's like the biggest mistake, because people get too caught up in the hustle culture.
I think you're totally correct. And even if I reflect on my own business, I tie results to hard work. So I'm like, I always force myself to work more. So I love the perspective you have. But I think the fear is, if I stop working hard, results dip. We're like, take Sunday off. So because it feels like a non-revenue producing. Here you go about that mindset switch.
Well, the reality is, if you stay in that mindset, you're building yourself a prison. Because either way, you're going to have to take a week off. Maybe something happens, personal stuff comes up for whatever reason. So you might as well do it right now. And so it's the whole idea of like, don't let it happen when it happens. Just make it happen now so that you avoid the situation completely and you set it up the right way. So I say this all the time. You have to go a step back if you want to go 3 steps forward. And you have to go a step back. And so if you're that's why it's so important for entrepreneurs and business owners. If your ego is tied to how much you make, brother, of course you're not going to be able to scale, because you're always chasing the record month after record month. But what leads to the record month 2 months from now, it's not going to be the record month at least 2 years from now. And so if you build for the long term and you understand that, hey, I can do things that won't lead to the result now, but will lead to the result in a year's time, that's how you separate yourself from the competition. Everyone's concerned with doing the inputs that are leading to the record month next month.
For real. Now, I do that.
But no one's doing the inputs that will lead them to the record month next year. Interesting. You can tell the depth of a business owner from how far they look in their business. If you say like, hey, month, you're always talking about 3 months, 6 months, of course you're not going to scale. I'm thinking in 3 years perspective. I'm thinking like, hey, in a year's time, how can I change the entire industry? The way I'm going to change it, I told you this, I'm going to have the supply chain. I'm going to go up, vertically integrate upwards, where I'm going to train the talent that plays in the businesses. So who the fuck is doing that shit? Nobody, right? And so over time, okay, I train the talent, I have the consulting, I have the management clients and all that, and we have growth up clients and all that, and over time, we're just gonna be able to dominate the industry because I'm worked on things that'll separate me in a year's time. So it's the perspective and understanding that if you're in it for the long game, you will always win. Always. It's never about how much you make this month, it's how much you make in a year.
Interesting. Tough question, because I remember you said being in London, it forces you to, I have quite high expenses myself and stuff. So thinking of taking a few steps back, it's not something I might be able to afford to do to a certain extent, because I need to produce cash flow. So you living in London, obviously, as well, pressure's on. You got the Pensky as well. Right?
Pensky twins.
So, I can imagine you can't take too much gas off. Or do you view it completely different?
I love pressure, man. I feel like the more money I put out in this world, the more I'll get back. And for me, I love this game. Like I couldn't see myself doing anything else. And for me, I don't look at it as stress. Like, dude, worst case scenario, I take a loan from the bank. You know what I mean? But I think for me personally, I built myself in a situation where like I have enough liquid, I have enough in investments. I set myself up the right way where I haven't.
Or just no step back.
Because it's like, you gotta understand, like if that's the case, then I would actually like my expenses are high because of the team.
Yeah.
Not because of my living. Like I'm actually like, this is all Zara, bro. H&M, Zara, only the watch, you know. But apart from that, my fit is very, very simple. I'm a very simple guy. I don't care about designer and shit. And that's the way I've been growing. Like my happiness doesn't really come from material items. It comes from just having more impact and shit. So for me, it's like the only thing that I'm really paying is like rent, you know. Like that's the only thing I'm paying. And then so like the thing is like we can choose what we want to spend on. I think on months where you take a step back, it's just like spend less, you know, maybe take a train. Like I don't think it's that deep, but I think if you live with an abundance mindset, you're like, bro, like it'll come to you, you know, it'll come. So yeah.
I can tell you don't overcomplicate things. No. Because when I think about it, I think about all these scenarios. Like,
Bro, just do it and figure it out.
yeah.
I always say this, like the best business owners are never the ones that plan out everything. They're the best improvisers. The best business owners are never the best planners, they're the best improvisers.
Yeah.
So if you can put yourself in a situation where you do take a step back, and then okay, like the business generates, let's say, less.
Yeah.
Okay, figure it out. You know, figure it out, whether it's improvise, whatever. And then like the thing is, you won't even like, you're asking me a problem, you're asking me a question, a hypothetical of a problem that may not even come up. Because if you drop revenue, what if you break even? Then you don't even have this problem. You're chilling, you know. So I don't even think about problems before they come up. I think about them as they come up, because that'll save my mental bandwidth. Because you see how it's like that problem could not even come up if your business broke even, or if you made an extra 2K.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of thought. And so everything you're thinking in your mental, in your mindset and all that, the more problems you think you have, obviously you're not able to scale because you're constantly trying to solve problems that don't even exist. That problem doesn't even exist right now. So why are we trying to solve it? You know?
Yeah, true that.
Right?
True that. Sick.
If it does happen, we figure it out. If it doesn't, all good. At least we save our mental bandwidth, you know? Easy.
Love that, man.
Yeah.
Love that. And one more question. This one's more technical.
Yeah.
It's about funnels and stuff. I know you're big on the content. You inspired me to double down on my content.
Let's go.
Hence, I'm doing all this. But all right, let's say you got the content down there.
Yeah.
What's the funnel side of things looking like?
So we funnel everyone to the DMs. Touch point. We do a very sophisticated markets, B2B, right?
Yeah.
And so with sophisticated markets, these people want to feel special.
Yeah.
And the way they feel special is not, you know, obviously YouTube does majority of the selling, but a lot of the times for people to get over the edge, they need to have a touch point with you, whether that's a freebie, whether that's a personalized voice note, whether that's a personalized advice to them. It happens in a DM. So usually I love to say, like, if you want this resource, you want this SOP, give me an IG, I'll send it to you. I lead with value. And so that's where my appointment center goes in, you know, goes back and forth, does a DM setting flow, all that type of stuff.
Where's the funnel come in place, though? The actual web page.
Everyone thinks it's a funnel. Shit don't matter, girl. Yeah, shit don't matter. Like, the funnel is the least important thing.
Damn.
And people always optimize for this. Like, that's if you're dealing a volume game. You know, you're doing B2C, thousands of applicants coming in. Okay, funnels are important, websites are important. But for us, we only need, 5-10 sales a month, then we're set, you know? And so the most important thing is really having quality conversations and having quality leads and a quality touch point. The best way to have a quality touch point is to provide personalization. And the best way to provide personalization is by having in the DMs. That's how you do it. So when it comes to sophisticated prospects, because we don't need a lot of deal flow, we just need a high quality deal. And so a high quality deal is done through touch points, and the best way to do touch points is by the DMs. And so our setting process, man, I can walk you through it. It is I can talk about it for 10 hours, the most in-depth process ever. We have the best appointment setting process in the game, but no one realizes it. Everyone thinks we got the content game unlocked, but we would not have built this business to where it's at if we just had the content. Right? So our conversion is as good as our content. And so I'll send you a video. I filmed the whole room going over this with my clients. I'll send it to you. But we go into so much detail where it's like we split test so many openers. So, you know, we pioneered so many of the openers that people use today. What type of Asian are you? Replying to stories like, hey, where is this? We don't give a fuck where that is, you know? It's just like an opener to get you to respond. It's like the foot in the door. And then it gets you to open up and be like, oh, okay, like, by the way, I heard Miami's good for networking. How you like it there? Oh, okay, do you run a business as well? Okay, what business do you run, boom. And so the transition is so natural because we build rapport. It's never about, like, the moment you start a conversation about business, instant guard, like their guard is up. You know what I mean? But if you start like just rapport, hey, what kind of Asian are you, bro? Are you Korean? Damn, bro, I get Korean all the time as well. You know, all that, but I'm Chinese, Malaysian, all that. Like, you living out the US, how you find it, blah, blah, blah. Rapport building, and then it gets to the business. So,
I mean, if they come from the YouTube video, they're already kind of pre-sold.
but even then, if you go a step further and you pre-sell them even more, that's when the sales process becomes inevitable. So a process, like, you're right, you know, there's going to be certain leads that will kind of just they're already pre-sold, so you don't even need to do that. They'll tell you that, right? But the way that we have it structured is that we optimize for like the most amount of deal flow. So whereas like even if a lead is like somewhat cold, we'll still be able to keep them in. So that process works for 99% of people.
Yeah.
Because first of all, if you're interested, you'll still reply. If you're not interested, you'll still reply. That's the key thing. So if we optimize for just the interested people, think about how many people would fall off in your DM setting plus. So much can the table.
You're sure got bro. Interesting, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Last question. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna change 2026? What's in store for you? What are the chess moves you're to make?
Chess moves, we're gonna double down on our unique mechanism. So I realized like the crazy part about what we've done is we've done this all organically. Like we built a one-of-one brand. We've pioneered a lot of content formats in the industry. We've inspired a lot of people to do content. So, you know, leveraging that more in my marketing as like a unique mechanism to actually scale a coaching offer is going to be huge. And then also adding on ads on top of that. So you imagine my face on ads just popping up 24/7.
Already sealed.
Yeah, exactly. And so now that's like, bro, imagine being force-fed testimonials. Like, bro, I'm spamming you with hundreds of testimonials. We got the testimonials, man.
I know.
We got some good ass results. So it's like not enough people know about that. So leveraging ads to force feed people down our funnel and force them to literally buy from us, man. Like that's what we're gonna do. So we're only just touching that tip of the iceberg. The fact that we hit, like, we're gonna do 400 this month, Q4 in a month where info is slow. Like,
Did you run any special offers?
not at all.
Not even.
No, I didn't, bro. I said
No discount.
I literally called out the people that did Black Friday, and I'm like, if you do a Black Friday sale, like, you're not doing marketing the right way because you have to rely on a special offer to get people through the door, and you have to charge less when you're selling the same service. So it's not fair for the people that joined before. I don't believe in discounts and shit.
Bro.
But yeah, bro, that's the way we market. Like, and it's like, we have it. If you want it, buy it. If you don't, bro, you do your thing, you know? We're the prize. And I think if you believe that truly in your marketing, man, everyone's gonna buy from you.
Your positioning is really like they need you more than you need
It
them.
has to be like that, man.
Yeah.
That's how they respect you.
Exactly. I think most people have it turned around where they need the prospect.
Yeah. And if they need the prospect more, then the fulfillment's just gonna be a pain in the ass because they're gonna kick you around. The prospect's gonna kick you, tell you what they want, and they're gonna have never-ending demands, requests, all that shit. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. So how you position yourself in the marketing in the front end will also lead to the back end on how you fulfill. The reason why fulfillment is so good at scale is because of the positioning and the authority we have in the front end. It all funnels down. The marketing plays a role in the fulfillment, the fulfillment plays a role in the sales, and it's a whole-on circle. It's like these three components are always intertwined with each other. So the moment you don't dial in the marketing, the fulfillment's fucked. You know what I mean?
Bro, appreciate it.
Of course, bro. Sauce. Of course, bro. Yes.
That's a wrap.
Hell yeah.